So our topic today is our fully wireless Produal Proxima mesh solution, and we have now bring some new products to the portfolio or the product family of the Produal Proxima mesh, and we will go shortly on those. But first, if I keep a very short introduction and explanation of our wireless solution. So we are talking about purely mesh network where all the transmitter works as a repeaters. And I have here on my right side, we have a VBU, couple of VTRs. The VBU is the heart of the network, which is collecting all the wireless messages and convert those as a Modbus communication. So we have a Modbus TCP IP, Modbus RTU available from the gateway. All the transmitters in the network are working as a repeaters, and we can have up to 100 transmitters in one network. All the communication is secured and working as a 2.4 gigahertz frequency. We have a lot of benefits from the 2.4 gigahertz. All the commissioning is possible to do with the MyTool application, which is an Android tool for our new products, and especially with the wireless, we are getting lots of benefits by using the mobile application, where we can measure signal strengths and other things with the Android mobile app phone. The network itself supports wireless updates, so-called FOTA, firmware over the air. So all the transmitters in the network is possible to update later on if needed wirelessly, which is a good thing for future-proof and if there is a need for future to do some kind of updates to the system itself. The system has lots of like software level features. One of it is, for example, VOB, which is possibility to send wirelessly all different kind of values to our display models in the product itself. All the products currently are these VTRs in the network, which are battery operated room transmitters, and later on in some point we are bringing also other type of products to the family, but currently all the products are this type of room products. So, but to go on today's topic, which is fully wireless CO2 and other additionals what we have. So Produal has worked a long time with the CO2 measurement, and it's one of the most important measurements in these days, like we have seen. There is a big demand for wireless CO2 measurement, and now we have bring it to the product family of the wireless. So what that means is that we have now a fully battery operated wireless with battery lifetime up to 4 to 5 years. With very good accuracy of the sensor itself. The accuracy of the transmitter can be 30 ppm, which is very nice accuracy for different kind of applications of the CO2. The sensor based on the LED technology, which is bringing good battery lifetime for the product itself. And product is ABC calibrated, so it also makes so that the long life of the sensor and the measurement is ensured. The CO2 measurement is something that is very interesting for different kind of flexible spaces or office spaces, schools, renovations, energy efficiency projects, where we need to have where we need to collect the CO2 levels produced by the people. And when making this CO2 as a wireless solution, it gives us a lot of benefits that we haven't before had. The most of the CO2s in the market has had quite short battery lifetimes, or there has been a long pole interval or similar challenges. But now with our new Proxima wireless, it's possible to do real-time measurements with the CO2 itself. So this is giving a lot of nice opportunities for us in the CO2 measurement. Other products that we have bring or options is VTR Peer, which is a fully battery operated movement sensor. It's an infrared movement sensor. If I show from here, we have an example of this type of peer sensor. The peer sensor itself is placed here on the low corner of the product itself, and it can cover up to 10 meters long distances for the movement. It's a very nice solution for different kind of space optimizations and this kind of optimizations where we want to, example, know how much there is a people in the area. Also, nice feature of this product is that the movement is immediately sent to the VBU. So when the sensor notices that there is a movement, the information is sent immediately to the VBU. So it's almost zero latency communication. This is also, the peer is giving a long battery lifetime, so it's also something that is very nice when working with the battery operated devices, that you don't need to think about the short battery lifetime. Different kind of usages is for this has been space supervising, or example measuring usage level of office space or similar. So this is option that can be added to the most of the products in the product family of the VTR. So the VTR Peer can be assembled almost every product except VTR PK, which I will show you later on. Also, the same thing is with the CO2. It can be assembled to any product, VTR product, so you can build up different kind of variations of the product where you have from CO2 to temperature to humidity and so on. But the next product that we will look is a VTR AK, which is a user interface product. This is the latest addition with the CO2 in our product family. The VTR AK includes a knob, rotation knob with the display and push button on the side. And this is like a user interface product that can be used for adjusting temperatures, fan speeds, extra time, light controls, and lots of different other things. So this is basically a user interface where we can bring a wireless user interface, example hotel rooms, office spaces, schools, so on, where there is need for the end user to control the environment. The device works so that by pushing on the side button, we activate the display, and by pushing again, we can scroll through the different menus. So we have a temperature set points, we have a fan speed settings, extra time settings, light control, CO2 set point. This is very easy to use, and also very nice addition here is that user can set up with the MyTool application what type of functions is shown in the example in the display of the product itself. All the settings and menus are easily possible to scroll, and I can show you quite easily what type of possibilities we have here. So now I will do it so that I will push on the side of the product and activate the Bluetooth of the device. And by doing that, I have my tool application, which is scanning the environment devices on the surrounding area. So it should be up here on the display. So here we can see we have the VTR AK, which is now connected over the Bluetooth to mobile phone. And from the VTR AK, here I can go to the settings and display settings. And here we have a lot of different settings that we can do for the AK. We can set up the display brightness, how every values is shown in the display, and different kind of settings for different applications what we have. So in my demonstration, I was showing a lot of different menus. But example, if wanted, we can drop out some of the menus. So if I just want to have example, very simple menu where is a fan speed with temperature set point, I can select those. And then example, in the fan speeds, I just only want to have a couple speeds and auto example on off. I'm happy with those settings. So very easily we can now configure our device. When I'm happy with the settings, I put confirm, install to device. Now it's sending over the Bluetooth all the settings. And after this, I can end commissioning. And now all the settings that I made or the changes to the product itself is now sent to the VTR AK. And we have a product ready for use. So next, when I take my VTR AK here, you should see that I have only temperature set point and fan speed menus. And by turning the knob, I have speeds from 1 to 3. I have on, off, on, auto, and 3 speeds available on the screen. So very easily I can adjust the things what is shown in the display. But then other devices, so the VTR AK is the most advanced product what we have now for the user interface. The next I would like to show you the VTR PK, which is this type of adjustment knob for a little bit simple applications. The PK is like adjustment knob, which has the ready-made printings on it. So we have here on the outside we have we have temperature icon, and then we have a markings on the side of the product itself. And difference to the VTR AK is that we don't have no display, no push buttons. This is very simple adjustment knob for different kind of applications where we want to adjust example cooling or heating or change the set point of the temperature. The product here, the PK also includes stand TMS, which is also available for most of our products. And it's a very nice addition, example with the wireless CO2 or other wireless products. Also, you can order it with the wired products, but example in schools, offices, very nice addition. You have a stand, nice looking stand with the CO2 with the display showing the end users what type of environment conditions there are, but in the same time we can collect all the information to the BMS. So this is also a very nice addition. But good, this was the products what we have now bring to the market. There has been a lot of projects done, and next I think we can a little bit talk about those with you, Ilkka.
Yes, we can go through now our experience and lessons learned.
Yes.
And yeah, we have as you mentioned, we have a lot of different kind of installation outside of and many countries.
Yes.
And maybe you can just a little bit go through those and explain.
Yes, exactly. So like I said, there is already hundreds of the systems installed and tens of thousands sensors installed all over the world. The system has lots of benefits from the perspective, the frequency example what we are using. When we are using 2.4, it makes possible that this 2.4 gigahertz that we can install these devices worldwide. So there is no restriction for those. And the first some experience or reference here is a shopping mall from the UK. This was one of the first installations for our wired CO2, meaning that when we bring our Proxima solution to the market, there was this very interesting project where the customer wanted to convert existing system to measure CO2 and adjust our ventilation based on that. In the next slide, we can see the installation. There is this like a granite pillars where was NTC10 temperature sensors already installed, but in this case the customer moved or convert those cables for 24-volt power supplies, and we were able to install our VTR 24 CO2s on the site. And it's a very nice installation in many ways because it's a very wide, 450 meters, and all the communication is done wirelessly on this installation.
That's very nice. One of those very nice examples what we have done.
Exactly.
But you have quite many others as well.
Yes. This is not the only one. One next example what I would like to show you is Warsaw National Museum. This is also one of the first one what we made, and the interesting thing here was that the customer had a building automation system placed on the attic of the building, and when it was this type of building where is no possibilities to take wires through the building, and the exhibition area itself was on the cellar. Our wireless solution was quite nice solution to this need. So there is like couple floors under the building is this type of Egyptian museum, and on the next slide we can see that there was lots of old like Egyptian artifacts, and where you need to control the level of humidity and temperature very good. So added with the display versions for the end user, it was very nice solution, and it has been there already a couple of years now up and running, and the customer was very happy about the solution, so they ordered already to the next phase is exactly the same solution.
And I also understand that, or understood that this is not only museum we have done, we have a few others.
Yes, exactly. In example, in Finland, we have lots of done the museums, also worldwide. The museums has been one of our nice references, because there you need to have a good reliability of the wireless and also ensure the level of the environment. The next one is not a museum itself, but it's like a warehouse of old films. And this is very challenging environment also, because there is lots of metal cabins, and when you are storing this type of old videotapes, you also need to ensure the level of humidity very strictly.
So this solution is working also the quite difficult environments as well.
Exactly. Example, in this audiovisual institute, there is a lot of metal cabins and this type of hard environments that are making its own challenges. So yeah.
Good.
But when talking about hard environment challenges, next one we have interesting project, which is Amcor Finland paper factory, and here is lots of, you can imagine lots of big machines producing paper. And in this case, the customer had very wide area of building that they want to cover with the measurements. And our wireless solution was also here very nice application, or how I would say, the application for this type of wireless was good, because there is lots of moving parts in the factory and lots of disturbances coming from the machines. So
good.
Also, it's not the only thing. The factories, also we have done lots of apartment blocks. So next one example comes from Finland also. This is a project where the customer was building up a ground heating system, and with the ground heating, they wanted to also know what is the environment, temperatures and humidities inside of the buildings and apartments. So
yeah, and we have also the big installation for the apartments in North America as well. And
yes, exactly. There is lots of like this type of installation example there. Especially in Nordic countries, it's very important to keep the right temperature in cold winters and hot summers. So, but not only the apartment buildings, also a nice project from Poland also. The next one was a school project where the customer needed a solution to cover up the temperature measurement of this very new school. This is giving them a possibility, the flexibility to change the places of the measurement later on, and otherwise this project or the school was very modern with the solar heating and so on. So this type of solution was very nice to them.
Yeah.
Also, I have a couple other here.
Yes,
so Muchi shopping center from Finland. This was also quite similar, that lots of moving walls, lots of people walking there, creating radio disturbances and so on. So very hard environment also, but nice solution for this type of. And maybe the next one, I hop to the Madrid. There is this type of one example of very installation where is a long line of the transmitters, and this is very good example of taking advantage of the mesh, because on this case, under this on this tunnel, it was possible to put transmitters on the line and build up a reliable wireless, even it's a quite long distance.
Yeah, so this mesh technology allows us to use very long and big installations because we do not need any repeaters.
Yes, exactly, and no need for extra power supplies for this type of
Good.
projects. I have a couple other examples also here. The next one is also apartment block project here in Finland, but maybe I hop this over. And the next one is quite interesting. Here we had in North America quite nice project of office building where they are controlling cooling and heating of the building and also optimizing the energy efficiency of the building itself.
Yeah.
But the last one here is the biggest one, what is done already by our customer. This includes 6 VBUs and 300 transmitters. It's a very big project. One of the shopping centers there in North America with lots of office spaces and so on, where this has been very nice project, I would say, because our wireless or the project that has been done with our wireless has been from couple transmitters up to these 300 transmitters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Good, very good. Anything else?
Well, maybe not from the references. This was quite fast run through of those, sure. And yeah.
And then as we mentioned, or Antti mentioned earlier, we have hundreds of installations, different kind of installations.
Yeah.
So, and that's very nice situation at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. So like there has been hundreds of installation all over the world, and new installation is coming almost every day. So there is a lot of like experiences what we have of this new wireless, and in the case of when example you have an idea of some kind of project that you want to do with this, our sales can always help with because we have an experience of different projects.
Okay, good. I will move a little bit aside and then see what kind of questions we have received so far. So I
let's see.
Read from here.
Do we have a?
Yeah, we have a couple questions. First of all, what is the battery lifetime with a CO2?
Yes. So the CO2 battery lifetime is from 4 to 5 years in normal operations. And what this means is that our CO2 can be used very fast pole interval. So normally the CO2s in the market has like 15 to half an hour measurement interval, but we can drive our CO2 even with the 2 minutes measurement sample rate. And still keeping many years battery lifetime.
Good. And okay, we already discussed about this when we went through those references, but what is the maximum distance between VPU and the transmitter, and of course between transmitters as well?
Yes, well, let's say that in normal in open air, when we have a visual sight between transmitters, we can get up to 100 meters. But when we are going inside of the building, there is lots of concrete, steel, glass, lots of obstacles. Normal distances are from 15 to 30 meters, I would say. And in the mesh technology, the nice thing is that all the transmitters are working as a repeater, so we can build up we can wide up the network quite easily.
Good. And then we still have one question. Are you planning to design transmitter for the industrial ambient as you have with the 868 MHz solution?
Yes, good, very good question. If this would depend on me, I think it would go more fast forward. But yes, I think in future this is a solution that we believe on, and I think in future we will see that type of products in this family. We have started from the room transmitters and room type of products. Of course, there is the biggest volume and the bigger lot. There we have collect lots of information and feedback. So I believe in future, but time will show us what we will get out from our nice R&D shop.
Okay, good. This was the last question, so probably you did do.
I hope.
In see that presentation. So I don't know if there's no more question and you do not have anything to add, or
not in this point, but well, that I would like to say that the wireless VBUs and transmitters, we now have worked a little bit with those introduction videos for the product. So I think during this summer we are adding lots of material to our YouTube channel that will include experiences and like installation introduction videos. So when you are coming back from the holidays, there might be nice videos for showing you how the network works. So that I want to say.
Okay, good. Thanks a lot, Antti. And so I think that we are ready to close this event. And if you have any questions related or any further questions, please be in contact with us or with your local contacts in your country. And yes, thanks for you, Antti.
Thank you.
Thanks, Patu. And for you, thank you for participating in this event, and I wish you a nice summer, nice and safe summer, and we will hopefully see you soon again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.